So very good morning to Brazil. Good evening to India and good day to all. It's an amazing day for Global Edu Leaders Forum because today we have 9 speakers. This is the highest number normally. To the overwhelming response from all my friends, those who are basically in education and they are trying to contribute. Credit goes to Beatrice. She is the one who is always behind this topic and the global objective of Global Edu Leader Forum. Before we go on topic, let me invite you all. Global Edu Leader Forum is going to organize 2 days conference in Portugal, which is being hosted by Beatrice Lucia and along with 7 to 8 universities all over the world. The topic which we are discussing, this is part of 17 Sustainable Goals of United Nations. Since we all are from education background, today I expect from the speakers, out of 17 Sustainable Goals, we are going to focus on 5, which is the joint project of Global Edu Leader Forum, which we wanted to further contribute behalf of forum to the United Nations. And we wish after 1 year, we will be part of United Nations. So first is a good health. Second is the quality education. Third is a gender equality. Fourth is a climate action. And fifth is peace and justice in the world. So these are the 5 goals we are focusing. As a speaker, Professor Nada is here from Croatia, and Dr. Mithiles will be joining from Kosovo. Beatrice is already on the forum, and from India, Fatima has joined from Bangalore. Meenakshi has joined from Dehradun. Dr. Archana has already joined from my Pradesh, which is Uttar Pradesh. And Dr. Manisha is joining from Mumbai. Dr. Manisha, since you have been in education, I have attended a real workshop and presentation of Dr. Manisha. I still remember 2014. It's been 9 years plus. So your opening remark as an opening speaker about education and sustainability. What are the global initiatives we take? I request all the speakers, please do take care of time. Time is all yours. I can extend it in the next round. And speak more with your experience rather than we go into much detail. So once again, I welcome Dr. Manisha Tyagi from Mumbai. Over to you. I think you have got the rights of screen sharing.
Yes, sir. I'll just start. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Just play.
1 minute. Sir.
Slideshow, fourth one, click. Design, animation, and slideshow. Insert, design, slideshow, yes, last one. This is, yeah. Just click on the slideshow, it will come. Or press F5. This slideshow, you can click. Yeah. On the slideshow, click after animation. Yeah, got it? Yes, perfect. Unmute yourself, Dr. Manisha.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you, Global Education Leaders Forum, for giving me this opportunity. Today, I would like to talk to you about global initiatives in education and sustainability, specifically focusing on SDG 4, quality education. So as we all know that we all learn in our school that our planet is unique and our earth is the only place for life. And it is a beautiful home to amazing people and fascinating cultures. But we are also learning that our extraordinary planet is in danger. We are all in great danger. And now it's time to learn from for our future and to act for our future. And that starts with all of us. But how? Only one answer, and that is education. So as we all know, education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. And not only quality education as DG goal, but all the 17 goals are possible with the help of education. So that is how I consider this SDG 4 is the most important goal of United Nations, which we have to achieve. Now, to live in a better world, the United Nations, as Sir has rightly said, together with 93 countries, set 17 goals for sustainable development. And the goal of the world is that by 2030, quality education is equally available to everyone and focusing on eliminating inequality, providing safe, inclusive, and positive environment in schools. And also we need teachers who are well-trained and qualified teachers. Now, in nutshell, to understand the SDG 4, we can say it ensures lifelong learning opportunities for all. Also, it ensures equity, inclusion, and gender equality. It also ensures effective learning and the acquisition of relevant knowledge, skills, and competencies. It also focuses on the relevance of learning in terms of vocational and technical skills for decent work, as well as for global citizenship in an interdependent and interconnected world. So in nutshell, we can say that SDG 4 is composed of 7 outcome targets and 3 means of implementation. Now, these are the key words on education SDG 4. As we know, the objective of SDG 4 is ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning and opportunities for all. So we see all these 8 key words: assurance, inclusion, equity, quality, opportunity, learning, permanence, and universality, education for all. So this goal focuses on these 8 keywords, and then this is the plan of implementation. So they focus on these 3 implementation plan, that is building and upgrade inclusive and safe schools. Second is expand higher education scholarships for developing countries. And last is increase the supply of qualified teachers in developing countries. So what we need at present, we need innovative, responsible, reflective, and forward-looking men and women. And we have to transform education in order to empower learners with the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes that will help us respond to global challenges. So alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. So with that note, I thank you for this opportunity, and I conclude my
I think I really appreciate Dr. Manisha pinpointed information within time frame of the time. So
Thank
my
you.
heartfelt gratitude for it.
Thank you so
Bangalore,
much.
Fatima would like to take you about quality education. Since you have been a speaker, motivator, and doing a lot of positivity. So your 5 key points in 5 minutes, where we stand in terms of quality education. Quality education or passing examination, quality education or better happiness, happy life, quality education competing and fighting, quality education consider care, collaboration, and taking care of each other. Welcome to you. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So I was told that this is a panel discussion, so I don't have a PPT ready with me. I'm just going to be
It's okay. It's okay.
going
Clear,
to
right?
speak just, yes. So when you look at quality, it's very, even though people might present it as an objective, aspect of education, for me, it is very subjective in nature. It's very dependent on the person. So even though we could structure it and keep it as something that can be relevant for everybody, but I think the real challenge in education is to really make it objective, but bring out the subjectiveness into that matter, so that I can relate to it. Like, I remember, that's the kind of education that, we in India, we basically appreciate and we value it in terms of the Gurukul system that we have. It was not about mathematics or science. Mathematics and science was something that was anyways taught. But I think what was more important were the values, the kind of experiences, the kind of relationship that they shared with the teacher. That was through subjective experiences, the objectivity of math and science was actually brought out. So it was very personalized. So for me, quality education is where we can still have a domain of objectivity, where we can bring these aspects which are so important in your careers, but still somewhere do not forget that there is an individual who's sitting right there, who has a mind, who is not something, who every day is a very different person. So, I always tell teachers, you have such a responsible job if you realize that every word that you speak is actually influencing 40 minds in your classroom. So the way they relate to their peers, the way they relate to themselves, the way they relate to their world, the way they process emotions, the way they think about their future, the way they acknowledge themselves, the way they love themselves, it all depends on the way you communicate. It all depends on the way the teacher feels about herself, because it's all about, exchange, not even knowledge, not even information. There's so much more beyond the textbooks that we have. It's an exchange of energy. It's an exchange of feelings. So, and I think in terms of quality education, let me just put it across in the manner that yesterday, jobs and careers were all about, the hands. Today, it's all about the minds. Tomorrow, it's going to be about the heart. So previously, it all spoke about skills, super important, carpentry, machinery, how to hold, how to work with things. Excuse me for that, because we just open up fast. So we just open up fast. Now it's all a Ramzan time.
Happy Eid in advance.
Thank you so much. Yes, I just opened my fast now 2 minutes ago. So that's why
Happy Eid to you, ma'am. Happy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So getting down to the point. So today it's all about the mind. We have the intelligence, we have the artificial intelligence, we have programs, we have everything revolving around data, sciences. Tomorrow it's not going to be about that. Tomorrow it's all about compassion, kindness. People are going to hire people who are human beings, who know how to relate, who know how to smile, who know how to make other person feel validated and together. So for me, quality space of education goes beyond subjects, goes beyond textbooks, goes beyond the text as such. It goes, for me, it is all about growth. It's all about values. It's all about emotions. It's all about bringing the qualities of the heart. So for me, it's just that. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. A very good sentence which I can take from you if you talk about Gurukul. Competency. Gurukul was a complete example of the skills. There is a one word of Hindi which has come across called Kushal. So in Gurukul, Kush is one of the sharp grass which may cut your hand. So Guru used to send most competent student to bring that Kush, and that quality is called Kushalta or competency. So in Gurukul, it was completely competency skills. Set of skills were taught where either king's son, either a normal son used to have same rights. Anyway, moving forward, to the next speaker, Professor Nada, sitting in Croatia. She keeps talking and I keep hearing you a lot. Welcome to
Yes,
you on this topic. 2 Indian speaker and 1 foreign speaker, again 2 Indian speaker and another foreign speaker. So
okay.
welcome to you, Professor Nada.
Thank you.
I
Thank
only
you.
request, take care of the time, first round 5 minutes and then we proceed.
Okay, so greetings from Croatia. Thankful and grateful to be here today on this very important topic. And yes, preparation for the big conference in Portugal. So coming from Croatia, what are the international initiatives? So especially from education. So I know I have 2 minutes, but I will very quickly show some things because like an educator, I think that
You can share. You can share. Yeah.
yes, things that talks more than the world. So I will go very fast through some actions what I'm doing with my students. So really sustainable fuel that is I can say in every subject what I have what I'm doing that is a motto. So for me, for the students, taking care about all 17 SDGs, coming from a town, little town, rural town, also working on university and in the school. So high school, I will show some examples from the high school. So first meetings, preparations with students. And in Europe and in Croatia, we have big opportunity to work on the e-twinning project that is on the European level. So breathe deeply, think clearly. Our actions, climate action project, green literacy. So we are doing so many projects. And yes, every year e-twinning has a different topic. So you see here, media literacy, disinformation, climate change. Last year was our beautiful sustainable future. This year is education and education in innovation. So we can do projects without ICT, using ICT, taking care about the green, inclusive economy, working on the projects, disseminating the projects for the greener tomorrow, for the better future. This is a way how we educators are taking care, also taking care about the students with special needs. They're always involved in our projects, working with them, celebrating all the events, doing the many actions. So we have a big impact. We have so many projects. And each one, like example, this project Eco Village, it is touching everyone SDGs, making healthy food, people, giving them decent growth, peace, adjustment, gender equality. So there is nothing that we didn't touch. No hungry, no poverty. So we are doing so many voluntary actions, doing Erasmus projects. So we have opportunity in Europe to go to another country to learn something that we cannot learn in our country. So we have so many examples of good practice. This is in Portugal. So when the conference was, I hope that we will visit Évora. In this, so Erasmus and agency e-twinning are giving us so many opportunities. So we have a new European Bauhaus, and that the aim is beautiful, sustainable together. And that is what we are doing, enriching our youth to do the actions, because we are not only talking. We are not politics. We are educators, and our actions need to be visible. So you see, using all ICT, taking care, going for the sustainable future, taking actions. I say green money, making the dreams of the school. And yes, you see here, we have high-end technology. How would our environment look in the virtual reality? In the virtual reality, using artificial intelligence. So everything is sustainable. Everything, school building, energy, classroom design, transportation to school, everything. So you see how the students are doing, and I think that this is the best way. We are making them awareness to be sustainable, to know. You see how they have really dreams. They have their dreams. We are encouraging them critical thinking, problem solving. So these are not easy tasks. We gave them the digital tool, and then they do that alone. So this is, I think, many global initiatives we are doing. And yes, not only in Croatia. We are moving, we move the borders, we are in Europe, and we are on the global level. So tomorrow is Earth Day. So we make so many actions for tomorrow. We will celebrate that. And we have this Earth Day events. You need to do all that. And people ask when, how. You need to be a good manager. You need to know how to manage your time. So these are only few actions that I show what I'm doing with my students. So through gamification, sharing the stories. So teamwork is very important. Teamwork is very important. And today we, like educators, really need to be very motivated, and we need to be the role model. How will they be digital citizens and sustainable citizens? So I think that my time go, but I go very fast through this presentation to see how we are doing. How are we doing creating a school of dreams, school of future, a sustainable school for our students? Thank you.
Very, very impressive. Special thanks and
Yes.
gratitude, Professor Nada, because actually these are the
Thank you.
exemplars. We are not talking, you are actually doing on the ground. I wish we take your presentation to the Portugal
Yes.
conference, because such projects may inspire other students around the globe.
Yes, and we put, I didn't put now the new from this year because I couldn't have time for doing that, because Beatrice
No,
said that. So
you share with us, we will share it on the website. Need not to
yeah,
worry.
we have. Thank
Beatrice,
you.
you can collect her presentation.
Okay, so I will
Now
stop
moving to the next
sharing.
speaker. We started from brief history, what sustainable goals are, and then we came to Fatima regarding quality education. Then we have discussed the projects in schools where on ground what is happening. Now moving forward towards the health sector and core education sector. So for health sector, I have Dr. Shreya on the screen. She is working on health sector. So welcome to Global Edu Leader Forum, Dr. Shreya, and share your experience, what you have been doing in health sector.
So good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Shreya. We are doing healthcare programs in different verticals, starting from adolescents health to young adults, then senior citizen, creating awareness on cancer, on calcium, iron, etc. But today, when we are talking about the sustainability, so I will tell you something more, rather, I want to tell you something more. Let's first look into some notable global indices. Finland is number 1 on sustainability index and number 10 on healthcare. Denmark is number 2 on the sustainability and 5 on healthcare. France 7th and 4th respectively. We do get to see an uncanny resemblance between sustainability and healthcare in all these cases. But well, is this resemblance really that uncanny? When sustainability is mentioned, it's often perceived mainly in the context of environment, but it rather extends to a much wider horizon. It involves many other aspects, and more than anything, it's a mindset. And when we talk about healthcare, is it only the facilities? Only the people with degree in medicines? Again, it's rather a mindset. This resembles between the indices of sustainability and healthcare point out the resemblance in the requirement of certain mindset to achieve this. In terms of healthcare, we stand somewhere in the middle. Now, the most recent situation which exemplifies this is that in the COVID-19 pandemic, most of us are aware that in terms of sustainability, India ranks low, pretty low in fact. But in terms of healthcare, we stand somewhere in the middle. Every person, every study had predicted India to be very bad hit by COVID, to actually get shattered by the blow, just like most of our neighboring countries. But even Bill Gates had to admit at the end he was wrong. India didn't shatter. We might have bent a little, but we managed to continue stand strong. How was this possible? Did we have adequate number of medical professionals, adequate number of hospitals, adequate number of trained people to administer vaccines, everything before pandemic hit? The answer is no. How did we manage to stand strong then? We were able to change our mindset on time. We were able to recognize that we have an able population, just not the required training. So we trained a lot of people to take certain measures, do certain things to help facilitate our battle against the coronavirus. The government has done and will do its part in improving infrastructure. But we as citizens, as edu leaders, can incorporate into education system the change in mindset towards the entire picture of sustainability and play a key role in seeing our country standing somewhere in the top tiers in both sustainability and healthcare indices. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Shreya. I think you have explained what I wanted, what Global Edu Leader wanted. Have mindset of doing something. The
Thank you.
tagline which we use, alone we can do little, together we can do so much. So your presence on the screen, sitting different part of this world, India become one example, but I think we are global now. Coronavirus was in China and it has reached to entire globe. So we cannot predict, only we have to save ourselves. We need to keep mindset. We can save this earth, we can save this water, and we can save this. Moving to the next speaker, Kosovo. Can I have Dr. Mithilesh here? If you're on the screen, two Indian speakers.
Hello.
So
Hi, sir.
welcome, Dr. Mithilesh.
Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Welcome
much
to
for
you, and over to you.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this great invite. I'm really happy to give my views and opinions. So, should I talk more on the healthcare side now, or just the education side of it?
A forum is open. I think we all have taken a liberty to open-ended. Go on,
Fantastic.
which suits you.
Fantastic. Since I was just told that I need to give a talk, then I realized like we don't need a presentation. But I just got one quick presentation while people were talking.
Okay, no issue.
So let me check if I can share, or probably that's fine.
Normally, I tell my all speakers to speak from heart because mind is all the time working. So
Correct.
give some rest to the mind and speak from heart. This was my request to all speakers whenever I conduct webinars.
So, that's very true. So while hearing about all the green education and sustainability, I just quickly jotted down a few points what we discussed and what I'm trying to do for the community as a team along with our team members. So we started promoting something called green education. We call it as Green Edu. So we started promoting to a lot of institutions saying that to make examinations, training programs, internships, everything completely virtual. Because the pandemic has given us a great lessons. Many things can be done through online. We don't need to prepare for exams, use a lot of textbook materials, everything comes with printing, using a lot of nature's materials and products, right? So we can try to go on a sustainable mode, make a lot of things virtual, give people that freedom to explore and learn virtually. So this is one thing we started doing. We started something called Green Campus Radio. In the Green Campus Radio, students start promoting a lot of things about green education, green solutions, green sustainable adoption methods. It could be how to reduce carbon footprints, for example. For example, students print a lot of papers. They write assignments, they print it out, and they submit as assignment. Not required. They can just submit it online. The marking, everything can be done online. So why do you want to print X number of pages for a dissertation? You don't need to print 40, 50 page each student. Everything can be submitted online in a PDF form. It could be validated, it can be valued, it can be evaluated. So these are some of the things that we started promoting, and we could see a lot of change over a period of time, especially last 3 years after pandemic. So this is one thing that we would like all other institutions, students, professors to get adapted to, start promoting green solutions, motivate students to use as much as possible just the online things, tell them not to print a lot of materials, not to use other materials, which can be done everything over computer and laptops. So with this, I would like to just say thank you so much.
Thank you. I think it's a wonderful height of webinar has gone very high, because today, if we talk about practicality of pandemic learning, this is the green. Dr. Mithilesh, I'll add one point with your continuation. Why not refill? Why a complete pen is required?
Correct.
This was the very small talk which I initiated among the educator. You change the entire pen. You think pen is costing 10 or 20 or 50 rupees. Why not refill?
Correct.
I'm leaving this question to all educators, whomsoever you are talking as a head of institution or as a person, change the refill. And do you know most surprising thing? Maximum Parker pen refills get dry without usage. 500, 300, 400 rupees pen died because this is the just so piece of pocket. If we start thinking about these small things, we can bring big change. So my gratitude to you, Dr. Mithilesh. Would love to have some more session. I really appreciate. Really appreciate.
Thanks a lot. So just to make a small
You want to say something? Yeah.
Still today, I'm using pencil.
Wonderful. Actually, these are the actually exemplar which we have to take. I always ask my student, do not buy pen, buy the refill. Choose the pen which has a refill, either go for a ink. Money does not mean you throw the garbage. So moving forward, another educator, Dr. Archana, multi-talented. Since we are from the same state, I would love to
Good evening to
welcome,
everyone. Thank you, sir.
and over to you.
Thank you, sir. I was hearing everyone, the good speakers over here, and it's really nice to interact with you and letting know so many things regarding this such aim of opening a global dimension and holistic perspective in education in order to help people understand the complex realities and process of today's world and develop values, attitudes, knowledge, and skills that will enable them to face the challenges of an interconnected world, as it is the global platform, and we are talking about it, to develop the knowledge, values, and skills to participate in decisions about the way we do things individually and collectively, about both locally as well as globally. It is going to impact our world. The three pillars of sustainability, according, like I have just making you realize the value that economic viability, in environmental protection, and social equality, that matters a lot to make a world sustainable around the globe. And there are 5 C's as clean, community, culture, care, corporate governance. And since we are working a very small unit of governance that used to call, pardon, sorry, that used to call that the first unit of a learner, basically the school we are heading. Since from the kindergarten, we have to inculcate all these values in our children by setting the example, motivating them according to the setting the example from the teachers. In fact, as somebody says that supply of trained teachers is necessary, and that is required actually, and that is the basic education which we are going to provide. And if we develop that sense of responsibility, sense of feeling towards nature, the care towards our earth, that water, plants, animals, if we are going to give this to our children since from a very early stage, so there will be no problem in setting example, and the coming world will be having that values. The nurturing is like, as the sir had given me a question to everyone, that your question is that why the pen, not the refill. In my school, in kindergarten, instead of making the rough copy, I introduced slate, so that they can write, erase, and write again, because that is the foremost initial stage where a child used to fill many of the copies, and every time the parents, even we are just cutting the trees, and we should make them realize that value, that when they are going out in the field, they should be sensible towards the insects they see around they should be protective about that plants they see, and that all examples we need to set for them. The teachers should be not a mentor, like they are just they should be friendly according to me in a class. And being a principal, even I want to be friendly with my children so that they can open with me. As ma'am has said, every individual is a different person and coming with different feeling every day to us. If those students being fair with our behavior, our teacher, they will not be open. And if they are not open, they can't say their heart feeling. And when they pour that to all, then there will be drastic change, and we will be finding that Gurukul system, yeah, we are missing in India actually. And the world is going towards it again. I implemented that shloks recitation so that the chanting of that can inculcate that power of grasping things early. So all these things are required to make the global sustainability. And as per the good health, I had introduced an acupressure teacher in my school, and he came and he has just started with 8-9 exercises. And from that very day, I make it the compulsory part of my assembly. Before starting the assembly, we are just doing that. It is making the pressurize all that they have to just do all those activities. And that is really making a change. From last 1 year, I am doing that. And that painting of the children in the sun or in cold weather, it reduced to some extent. And even the parents are happy. So that wellness is there in their health if we introduce this in our system of education. That's all. You all are so good in speaking, and this is from my side.
You are too good in a practical approach. Always people think who is the best. Meenakshi is sitting in Dehradun after a long time.
I think I met you.
So how about your views on sustainable development?
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome
Thank
to
you so much.
And over to you.
Good evening, everyone present here. And thank you so much for inviting me to speak with you today about a topic which is actually very close to my heart. And it's really crucial for our planet's future: education and sustainability. I promise to keep things lively with humor, anecdotes, and a few informal touches. Sustainability at its core is about not being that inconsiderate roommate who leaves dirty dishes in the sink for future generations to deal with. It's about enjoying the party and doing our part to tidy the place. As Dr. Sue said, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Now, how does education tie into this metaphor? As the saying goes, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish sustainability and you feed him for a lifetime. And that too without depleting the fish population. So as an educator, it's our job is to teach our students to be mindful party goers on this planet. One way to achieve this is by incorporating global initiatives into our sustainability education. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals provide an excellent framework for teaching sustainability, which were already been mentioned. So these 17 goals, from ending poverty and hunger to promoting clean energy and responsible consumption, give us a roadmap for creating a more sustainable and equitable world. Speaking of inspiring sustainability projects, let me share a fantastic initiative undertaken by a group of school students in Dehradun, our town. These creative and determined students decided to tackle the problem of plastic waste while addressing the issue of inadequate housing for the less fortunate. They collected thousands of plastic bottles, filled them with sand, and used them as building block to construct a durable and eco-friendly hut for a family in need. This incredible feat showcased the power of recycling and innovation and demonstrated how young minds could make a real difference in their communities. So how can we make sustainability education fun and engaging while incorporating global initiatives? Here are 3 critical ingredients I have jotted down for a recipe that's both entertaining and effective. Number 1, mix in some hands-on activities, like encourage students to explore the SDGs through hands-on activities and projects like Dehradun Plastic Bottle Hut. You could host a sustainability fair where students create eco-friendly products, or organize a green fashion show where they can design outfits from recycled materials. Learning should be like a masala chai, actually, a delightful mix of flavors that keeps you returning for more. Number 2, sprinkle in some friendly competition. Use contests and challenges inspired by the SDGs to motivate students to learn about sustainability. Whether it's a recycling race to support goal 12, which is responsible consumption and production, or an energy saving competition for goal 7, which is affordable and clean energy. The thrill of victory can inspire students to go the extra mile for the environment, I believe. And number 3, stir in real life connections. Help students see the bigger picture by connecting sustainability concepts to their everyday lives and global initiatives. Invite local experts to speak about their experiences, or have students research and present on SDGs related projects worldwide, like the Dehradun plastic bottle I have already mentioned. These personal connections can make abstract concepts more relatable and memorable. Now, as we work to create a more sustainable future, let's remember that we don't have to be all doom and gloom about it. Instead, let's approach it with humor, creativity, and a sense of fun. After all, laughter is the best policy, and a healthy dose of humor can help us tackle even the most severe issues. So let's work together to nurture a new generation of mindful and innovative problems solvers.
Too
Thank
good,
you.
Meenakshi. I like your word masala chai, because once something connecting you with the humor, you get a lot of positivity and you are within charge.
Yes, becomes lighter and then.
On a very humble note, Global Edu Leaders Forum tagline is connecting head to heart. I keep repeating we have lots of things going on in the mind. This is the journey of 12 to 18 inch, depend on your length of neck. Here to here is of 12 to 18 inch physical, but it takes entire life to connect. We are confused what to do, what not to do, why are we doing so? If we alone do, what will happen? Let's come out with this. Frankly speaking, 8th April 2020, during the pandemic, once I started Global Educator Forum, my objective was just to connect heart to heart, not mind to mind. Mind to mind, people are working on the business forum, on the n number of work, but heart to heart, once we are connected, we get empowered. So this is required, and this is time. We have reached to the Mars, moon, millionaires and billionaires, but happiness has gone. So it depends what we have, we give, we take from others. Anyway, I request Dr. Devbrat, I cannot see in the room if he is there. Otherwise, before, our one of very senior mentor, Dr. Kalpana. I have high regard for you. I wish to hear you and give your Ashirwad to the forum.
Okay, sir. Yeah, am I audible to you?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible.
I am audible. No? Good evening,
Yeah.
Dr. Singh and the coordinator.
Yeah,
of
I
the
can hear you.
program. Yeah. Good evening to you all the wonderful leaders. I am also inspired to speak on this wonderful platform because, as you told earlier, you believe in the speak by the heart, and me and Nada used to speak by the heart. But since this is the factual information, we are working on global mission, global initiative for sustainable development. So there are many facts, information, and concept interconnected with each other. So we are bound to present some information so that all the learner will be highlighted the information and will be inspired and learn something special about these goals. So I would like to request you, can I share my screen? So
Yeah, you can say.
next time I will really speak by heart. I used to
No
speak
issue.
by heart also. My presentation is visible to you all?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is here.
Yeah, we can see.
Global initiative in education and sustainability. This is the theme of the 2 days international conference. And I would like to present my topic on milestone of India in quality education, SDG4. And this is in the terms of present situation and present trends of education and global condition of 2030. This is quality education. We will always define quality education in terms of what, and it is very complicated because so many new components are adding in this quality education. What are these components? These are inclusive education, digital and vocational skills, accessible, affordable education, global citizenship, lifelong learning, social skills, literary and mathematical skills, and quality education is defined around all these terms. Because in past days, we define quality education only in terms of resources. If there are a good school, good infrastructure, and good education, that is called quality education. But now, our vision, the global vision of global education is to make the individual a global citizen. Global citizen to fit in all the situations, to respect the humanity and peace, and to care for their environment and sustainability. So this is the nature of a global citizen. Education liberate the intellect and unlock the imagination. Fundamental for self-respect, it is the key to prosperity and opens a world of opportunities, making it possible for each of us to contribute to a progressive, healthy society, healthy mind, healthy body. Both are inclusive here. Learning benefits every human being and should be available to all. This is the easily affordable, accessible education. Now, sustainable education. How will you define sustainable education in present day situation? Mainly, there are three conditions which are interlinked: healthy environment, vibrant economy, and equitable society. If we like to prepare global citizens, we have to focus on all these aspects of quality education and global education vision 2030. Traditional education is not enough for innovation. This is the real fact. Why? Because we will not inculcate the creativity and critical thinking in the classroom. Now we have started this thing. Fourth industrial revolution will be fueled by efficient education, divergent thinking, and human values as the foundation of education. Greening our community, it is the first priority. And education is launching pad for developing sustainability. Yes, by the way of education, we can achieve 100% sustainability and sustainable goals. How can we define a tree of sustainable future? This is like in this way: equitable society. Living without luxury means, as you have already mentioned, why don't you use a ruffle or a pencil or a slate? This is living without luxury means, so that in minimum resources, we can save our environment, we can save our climate, we can save our planet. Sustainable development, healthy ecosystem, and food and inspiration. Innovation, knowledge, skill, and value. Everything is important in this sustainable future. And this is our prime concern and goal. What is education in present day? This is personal well-being, societal well-being, and planet well-being. All the three things are included in this education. And education is the door to achieve all these goals. Personal well-being, social well-being, planet well-being, access, quality, and relevance can be affordable, accessible, and we can make it very much effective and efficient. Then there are some interconnection between logistic quality education and SDG goals. Another SDG goal: access to technology and resources, reasonable cost, clarity about entry in higher education, at which stage we have to enter and at which stage we have to exit. This is lifelong learning. We are free. Now we are free to enter at any stage and we are free to exit at any stage. There are many online, offline platforms which are providing the education through their mock tests, mock courses and other online digital courses. So access to education is very easy and simple nowadays. And quality education, student-led learning, communication, collaboration among all the stakeholders, whether it is industry, institute, person, pupil, parent, or is the teacher and student, all the stakeholders. And teacher and students, well-being, vocational aspects of education is also very much important. So all these parameters of quality education now are interconnected with the other SDG goals, like SDG goal 5, gender equality, SDG goal 8, economic growth, SDG goal 10, reduce equality, 13, climate action, 14, life online, and 6, peace, justice, and strong institutions. That is very much important. Then what is the need of SDG 4? I will summarize because of time concern. So the fourth SDG, quality education, covers a significant objective: ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education. It promotes lifelong learning opportunity for all. This word, lifelong learning opportunity, is the new word in Vision 2030. It was not exist earlier. Why quality education? Attaining quality education is the key factor that can break the cycle of poor poverty, and plays a vital role in developing a human personality. It renders the mind to build thought and broadens capacity to gain knowledge. And it constructs self-reliance by enhancing the quality of lifestyle and livelihood also. It promotes sustainable development while contributing to overall success and economic growth. Therefore, to support and accelerate the functioning of the other SDGs, the quality education is the prime concern of the present day under Vision 2030 with lifelong education. And what are the ways to achieve universal literacy? We can achieve through investing on girls' education. पढ़ेगा भारत, बढ़ेगा भारत, पढ़े भारत, बढ़े भारत, बेटी बचाओ, बेटी पढ़ाओ, the राष्ट्रीय अविष्कार अभियान, सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, lifelong learning, critical thinking, digital technology, financing education. These are the recommendations of our national education policy. Because we are creating a milestone in Vision 2030. We are doing hard effort for that. This is the data, 100% enrollment at primary education. This is the data of 2021. 73% adults are literate, 92% female, and 92% male youth are literate. And the global literacy rate is 91%. But here too, danger point is there in India. I am discussing that also. 23.2% of higher education. Retention, the problem of retention. The girls enroll at primary education, but left the school due to some family issue or due to some societal issue. So enrollment and consistent continuity of girls at the school will definitely raise the higher education enrollment. And other dangerous point is that 57 million children remains out of school. In all over the world, almost 92% children remains out of the school. And in our India, 57 million children, both girls and boys. It means our cost of education is more, so we have to reduce the cost of education. We have to make education accessible to each and every corner of our country. We have to reach each and every block and village level so that each and every student will get knowledge. These are the targets. This is already available everywhere. So I will go fast. Education is a key driver. How? It is possible. Higher level of education increase, triple chance of securing a decent work. SDG 13. Education is a key driver for sustainable development. Education 13. Eliminating discrimination into education policies, practices, resources, allocation, and reduce inequality within and between countries. It is also important. Then education is a key mechanism in promote tolerance and peace and trust. It means education for peace, education for a peaceful world, conflict-free world. And education helps young people understand and adopt to climate change and gain the attitude and skill to seek solutions. So these are some other SDGs which have prime goals to support education for building peace and conflict-free societies in all over the world. And major challenges. These are the build and upgrade education facilities that are child disability and gender sensitive. We have education accessible to all children, but can we think about the inclusive education, advanced inclusive education? Can we give opportunity to the disabled children? Can we give opportunity to all the class and class equally? So this is the question. If we are forcing on enrollment and retention, but can we reducing all this problem? This is the question. And increase the supply of qualified teachers. This is also a major issue. Now we have already prepared a framework of policy for teacher development through NCT and NCERT. So we are working on this, and definitely in near future we will have very good teachers. to inculcate the value of prosperity, knowledge, skill, understanding, and innovation. And expand policy, the number of scholarships. We have to give some incentives according to the need of the child, according to the need of the family. There are some caste-wise incentives are also mentioned everywhere, but I would like to advocate the scholarship on the basis of merit, the scholarship for girls, the scholarship for deprived children, the scholarship for the disabled children. This is also important to achieve the Vision 2030 in education. And this is a policy model. This policy model is already working under NEP 20 and NEP 23 also. So we have revised our national policy of education for achieving the goal and vision of quality education and the vision of global education goal of 2030. This is the policy frame where we are focused on our enrollment rate by sex and labor, by grade and class. And we should design a good governance and good policy. And we are also give focus to the quality of private institutions. We are giving very much weightage to the private institution nowadays. Initially, we are not focusing on private education institutions. We are ignoring them. We believe that government in university and institutions are doing well, but this is not fair. We have to go collaboratively. We have to go collectively. We have to give equal emphasis, equal weightage to the private institution also, so that we can achieve our vision of 20th century. And we have to focus on school capacity by different levels, pre-primary, primary, secondary, and tertiary. And we have to focus on gender. Gender is the prime concern of the Vision 2030. And we have also changed our evaluation and assessment policy. We should not focus on the marks. We should not focus on the score. We should not focus on the half-yearly or annual examination.
Dr. Kalpana, I have a humble request.
This is already minded. I have already finished. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Education.
Why I'll tell you,
so much.
I really respect to all speakers. I hope we can have a special session on your topic where you can speak for 15-20 minutes. Once we have a number of speakers, we have to focus on the outcome, nothing else. So
Yes,
going
yes,
great. I think one request, once we have a time frame for 5 to 7 minutes, once we close, then we get a chance at least to speak from heart again. Can you
Yes,
close your
sir.
presentation? Then we further proceed for closing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just close your presentation.
Yes, sir. I'm doing.
Sharing, yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you. I think it was a wonderful discussion. It started from Dr. Manisha, came to Fatima, and then followed by Professor Nada, Dr. Shreya, Dr. Archana, Meenakshi, Masala Chai, and I have a new doctor on the screen, Dr. Richa Pandey. So let me have a privilege. She is the scientist, women scientist in one of my prestigious dream institution, BHU. So welcome to you, Richa.
Thank you so
You
much,
are
sir.
an environmentalist, and we keep talking about it. We had a 1 hour. So I want just to know, what is the role of a teacher to motivate students regarding environment? Will be 2 to 3 minutes closing comment.
Okay, so as a teacher, I think a teacher is going to be whole and soul to create something in their student, to be very protective towards the environment. Because right now, what is the demand of society, or what is the demand of it is completely our demand that we need to protect the environment. Otherwise, we are not going to sustain. Whatever I think, I start thinking from early in the morning to the evening to the night. Whatever is happening, we are not comfortable at all. Like if it's afternoon, it's too hot that we cannot go outside and we cannot do anything. We are not feeling energetic. So I think plantation is the one of the most important thing right now, which we have to do. And there are so many things like plastics and so many things which we are means not going to use, means it is suggested not to use. So that kind of things are there. But means teacher is whole and soul. So who is going to create, means develop their student or next coming generation? This is what we can do. So this is all the
Perfect.
responsibility.
If I can take from you, if you talk about plantation, Global Educator Forum has a vision and mission. Celebrate your birthday with the plantation. Celebrate your any happy moment, anniversary.
Yeah,
friends,
exactly.
gift. So if once you start, and all members of Global Educator Forum are bound to plant on their birthday, and they have to save the photograph which we upload on the website.
Exactly. This is what we can do, and this will be very means fruitful thing that we are going to
are
do.
planting a plant on their birthdays. My
Wonderful,
students are doing
wonderful.
this.
That's great.
I think we are at the right track and right platform. Time is not allowing me since I have to be 40 minutes. 7 minutes has gone extra. And Dr. Shreya is looking at me because she used to moderate session with the second timer over. So Dr. Shreya, I wish I bind, and I will have more session from each speakers in coming time, where we will choose the topic. Either it is health, either it is a quality education, either it is environment, either it is the social reform or economic reform. See, if we become machines and robots, what are we going to do with this? No electricity, everything is there. AC, air conditioned car, not coming out. I have seen the school full inside air conditioned rooms, how they play cricket outside, how they cricket, they go for other activities. So it's we. The word which I like from Dr. Shreya, we have to change our mindset. And if you take it forward, it has to be easily. If you take the Dr. Manisha in the opening sentence, we all know this. These things are available, but it is requirement of practicing. If I talk about Professor Nada, she is doing projects from the students. What we are trying to do, this video is going to be uploaded on the YouTube. You can see, you can forward, and we take this journey forward. At last, this is a very small thing in this universe. We do not know once we go what people take from you. You are worth enough. You are most precious on this earth. You are the most intellectual human creation of the God. Let's be together and keep sharing such thoughts. We do not know after watching this video which student get inspired and become one of the very important global citizen of this world. As I keep saying this, your caste, color, religion will end up to a limit. You cannot divide water, you cannot divide air, you cannot divide earth. So how these lines and boundaries can divide this globe? India, Australia, Brazil, Croatia, these are the just marked mindset line. We all belongs from the blood group, same category, AB and O. There is nothing new in this world. Oxygen everywhere. It is in Brazil, Kosovo, India. Religion, we are born in Jesus' house. We practice Christianity. We born in the Hinduism. We practice that. We born in the. So there is a need of, honestly speaking, collaboration of heart, mind, and soul, which can bring this world better. So let's change our mindset with the positive approach towards a happy global world. This is all for today. From my core of heartfelt gratitude to Beatrice. She is the one sitting in Brazil creating this arena and doing wonderful. This was the one of the initiative of topic which we are going to have in Portugal for 2 days conference. I wish you look into the link which she will be sharing in the group. You may have your papers, you may have your students' papers, those who want to participate. Thank you, Dr. Shreya. Thank you, Dr. Archana. Thank you, Dr. Manisha. And thank you, Dr. Kalpana. And thank you, Dr. Richa, joining late. I'll take your topic. I still remember gender equality and environment. Meenakshi, I like your masala tea, so get charged with the more topic and hope we take this journey forward with the same happiness and feeling of together. That's all. Have happy weekend. Convey my greetings to all your friends for happy Eid, those who are nearby you, and enjoy till we connect once again. Thank you. Thank you so much, one and all.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thanks a lot.
No one is leaving the screen. They are
No,
waiting since
it was
chemistry has.
wonderful. It was wonderful.
Sir, one
This
picture,
is
one
something
picture.
good. This is something good. So if Beatrice, you off the recording, then people can talk.